I'm doing social media since 8 years. I've seen everything. I always say there are 3 steps to becoming successful on social media. The first one is social media is the worst industry for your
Thomas Affel, Germany's #1 influencer in China, with millions of fans around the world.
How much AI are you using in your creation process, particularly with social media?
For filming, sometimes I use what I now see all these AI created pictures. I look at a picture and I think, oh, it's too perfect.
The brand is coming to China. What would be your one piece of advice when they're coming in and starting with China and they want to do content creation?
So you have to know that China is a...
Have you got any exclusive projects that you're working on that maybe you could tell the audience?
So I'm also doing a...
Thomas, when you first started your social media channel, how did you find your niche?
Daniel, I think it was more that my niche found me. So I was German living in China, in Shanghai, living in a Shanghainese family. And the first video we did was also kind of our most viral video, at least from the skits. We started with skits, right? We wrote a script and then I bought a wig to play my mother-in-law, and then I talked in Shanghainese. And at that time, it was in 2016, so 8 years ago, there were not many foreigners doing videos on social media in China. So Fulin Fang was one of them, but other than that, nobody. And then like a German speaking Shanghainese, this was like mind blowing for a lot of people. So yeah, so we found out like people really like Germans. Like Germany has a very well reputation in China, right?
I love Germans.
Yeah, a lot of Germans here and a lot of German cars on the streets, though less now than before. But yeah, so we said like, wow, so people really like it. People think it's interesting talking about cultures, different clash of cultures between China and Germany, talk about Germany. So let's do it. Then my wife said, she's like the brain behind everything. So she said, then let's just focus and emphasize our German tag, like the tag German. And then we did it like culture, Germany and so on. And then like it was just a natural process that I found this niche. And then like evolving through the years, I started losing weight, and then like it was not just Germany and culture, it was also like weight loss, being healthy, being fit. So yeah, I always think like time will tell. Sometimes if you don't know what your niche is, maybe your niche will find you.
It's a great point, and you've lost a ton of weight. So congratulations!
I did.
Thank you. It's incredible. How did you do it?
So it all started when COVID started. So I have a lot of friends and family who gained a lot of weight during COVID, like the COVID pounds, we call it in Germany. So, but for me, it was during the first like soft lockdown here in Shanghai. It was in January 2020 when it all started in Wuhan. Normally I traveled a lot for my videos. I went outside, I met people, but we couldn't go to work. We couldn't travel around. We stayed at home. So we still could go to the supermarkets, remember, right? Yeah. So I was thinking, what kind of video can I do at home? And I thought, okay, I definitely need to lose weight. Like I'm a smart guy. I know I have to lose weight, but it's very hard. So I said, okay, let's do a 30-day weight loss challenge at home. So I will just eat healthy and work out at home and see how much weight I can lose. Because at that time I was 140 kilos. I don't. In the UK you also use kilos, right?
40 kg, yes.
Or do you have
what's
like
that in
some
pounds? That is.
Around about 300 pounds.
You were 300 pounds?
Yeah,
wow.
140 kilos, yeah.
Okay.
So, and I knew like in 1 month, if you have like this big of a weight, you definitely can have like a very good comparison before and after, right? So I did it, and because we were at home a lot, I did a lot of research, like in the biggest library of the world, the internet, YouTube, right? And I was watching a lot of videos from fitness coaches, people who talk about nutrition. And then I found out like losing weight and keeping your weight is not that hard. It's not that hard because you eat clean 80% of the time, 20% of the time you treat yourself you have like a cheat meal, then you do some weight training, and then you can keep your weight really easy. You eat more high volume food, high protein, and this will help you. And then I said, wow, it's not that hard. And I did it like this, 80% of the time eating clean, 20% eating fast food or whatever I craved. And when you eat it, don't feel bad, just enjoy it, because 80% of the time you are very healthy. And yeah, and it worked out. Now it's 4 years later, and I lost weight for around 2 years. Now I'm between 80 and 85 kilos, and keep this weight till just since 2 years.
It's an incredible transformation, and you've also pivoted your business as well, right? So the social media now is moving more towards that health and wellness direction. So how has that pivot been?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I'm doing social media since 8 years. I mean, like 8 years in Germany is a long time, like staying relevant on social media, right? So, and in China, you know, the China speed is much more faster than in Germany or in Europe. So you have to re-identify yourself. You have to pivot your direction all the time. So the first pivot was from the skits. We did skits 2 years roundabout. Then I started doing vlogs, because it's very hard to be funny on funny every week, like making something funny. And if you see like this TV shows for comedians or Saturday Night Live or whatever, they have like a huge team of writers writing all the jokes for one person. And it was just me and my wife. And we saw like, okay, it's so hard to be funny, like consistently for 2 years and making all the jokes. And so we said, okay, we have to stop doing this. And we started doing vlogs, and then people really liked it after 2 years. And then, okay, then I also could do like much more different topics with this. So I could travel, I could like interview people, I can make challenges, I can make funny stuff, I can make interesting stuff, I can make emotional stuff. So I really liked it. And then, and now this year I want to transition, or I'm already transitioning to more health and well-being, not just physical, but also healthy, because I have this story. I lost 60 kilos. So, and I'm very happy. I still can enjoy life. I feel so good. I feel so healthy. I can eat as much as I want. Like I don't starve. And this is what a lot of people need, actually. Like, I just read a number last week that till 2035, 51% of the global population will be overweight. So more people will be overweight than like normal weight. So I see like this is a huge trend, and this will be not just in China, but all over the world. This will be very important. And I personally am really interested in mental health and physical well-being. So I will put my focus on these topics.
That's what I like about you, that you create content that is trending, but also you enjoy. And I think that is very key when you're a content creator. Is a lot of people just do stuff for the clicks and the likes and the views. You're actually creating content that is your life and is a part of you, right? That's very, very key. So if you're a content creator or someone watching this right now, and they're coming to you and saying, okay, where do I start? And, you know, would you say, right, start with you. Who are you? Where are you from? And build from there.
So the one thing I always say is just do something. Don't come to me and say, I want to start. How do I start? Just do something. Just start, you know. Maybe you can start from setting up your account. Because people are thinking about doing social media for years. And then they were thinking, I already was thinking for years, so how should I start? So what I do every morning, I wake up at 7:30, and because I arrange my whole day by myself. So I just wake up, I go to the computer, and I just see like what's on my list today, and I just start working. So that's what you do. And if you start working, you will kind of go into this flow, right? You build up your YouTube channel. Okay, I registered. This is the first step. Then I maybe think about the channel art, like how I have a banner. Then I think about the name, and then I think about maybe I need a trailer for my channel, and then what content can I do, and then I start writing a script, and then I start filming, and so on and so on. You have to go into this flow. So don't overthink this process. Just do something, and then everything will come. So I always say the 3 steps to becoming successful on social media. The first one is start, because a lot of people just don't start, But we talked about it before. There's actually no threshold nowadays for anyone to start building a social media career. We all have a phone with a camera. There are so many free editing tools, and we all have internet. So if you have these 3 things, you just can start, and you can be very, very successful. Our most viral videos, we shot it on an iPad. It was like crappy image, crappy sound, but it went viral because people liked it. So just the first one, you have to start. The second one, you have to try different styles, try different stories, try different challenges, whatever, try different editing styles. And the most important one, the third one, is be consistent. Because so many people, they do the first steps, they try, and then after 2 months or 3 months, they just give up because they don't see any feedback. They don't see any. They don't have any. It's all Chinese in my head. They don't have any Chengzhougan. They don't have any success.
They don't have any vision.
Any vision, and then they say, okay, I just give up, right? So if you can make these 3 things, like you definitely will be successful. And also, like for me, like one interesting story, how did I start? Like the second video I posted went viral immediately. So this was also kind of luck, right? But now looking back, I think it's definitely not a good thing. Like, because having one viral video doesn't help your social media career at all. Like, it fades very, very quickly. And you think when you get one viral video in the beginning, you think like all of these videos have to be viral, but it's not the case. And it will never be the case. Like, as for now, if you ask me how to do a viral video, I don't know. There's no secret to this success. It's just that you have to be consistent, and it's not like this one viral video that will make you successful. If you say what will make you successful are all the 50 or 100 videos you make who have like an average of maybe, let's say on YouTube we started with an average of 50,000 views, like in the beginning, after 2 or 3 years. And then my goal was not to make viral videos, but my goal was to get the average views from 50,000 to 100,000. And then the next goal would be the average views from 100 to 200,000. Because these stable videos will make you successful. And if you have like in 20 videos or 30 videos, you have one viral, this will help you. But what's more important is like these like stable growth in a very stable viewership.
Yeah, it's a great point. And someone actually came to me the other day and said, 2-3 months, is that enough time? It's indefinite, right? And Logan Paul and KSI, they had this interview the other day, and a kid came up to them and said, "Hey, how much time do I need? Have you got 10 years? Let's invest 10 years of your life and look at scaling it like a business, like you said, 50,000, 100,000, and scale it that way. But also doing what you love. I think that's quite key. You can get wrapped up in the numbers sometimes, and that can be a bit of a detriment.
So what I learned, sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's fine.
What I learned in these days is like, now I outsourced everything to my team. So for me, it's just content creating. When I'm done with this video, I'm done with this video. So I
also let it go.
I let it go. So I don't have any social media on my phone. I don't watch the numbers. For sure, in the beginning I did, because it was just me and my wife. But then I found out like it really doesn't matter. So my team would tell me, okay, this had a good performance. Maybe we should do something similar in this direction. But for me, it doesn't matter if this is 100,000 views or 200,000 views, because I know I have to go on. So I will not focus on the past. I will just go, okay, this video, we shot it, it's done. I will watch it, then my editor will edit it. I will watch it once again, give him some feedback, and then they just post it. And while they are posting the video, I'm already like focused on the next 2 or 3 videos. Because in the beginning, it was like very, very bad for my mental health. After this one video went viral, we were so excited for every video we posted. And if it went well, we were very happy. And if it didn't perform very good, we were so depressed. So it's like social media is the worst industry for your mental health, because you have immediate feedback. When you work in a company and you do a project for 2 or 3 months and then you get some feedback, like this is kind of a healthy relationship. But on social media, you post a video and YouTube immediately shows you it's out of the last 10 videos is number 1 or number 5 or number 10. Number 1, you're very happy. Number 5, yeah, okay. Number 10, you're very depressed. So it's really, really, really bad for mental health. So I would always suggest like just for YouTube to turn off this ranking for the first thing. And the second thing is like, just let it go. Because when you know one bad video, I made like, I don't know, 500-600 videos. So just imagine like if 4 years ago, I did one bad video that performed well, where the storytelling was bad, but it didn't kill me. It doesn't hurt me. So it's not that important, you know? The same like with weight loss, like one hamburger, one pizza won't make you fat. You know, so don't emphasize too much on one video. Just keep going, keep doing it. And for me, it's like also not just a passion. It's also like a work. I just treat it as a work. Like this is what I have to do. I wake up in the morning. This is my task for the day. I just do it. I make these videos, and I just do what I'm good at. And it's not that I enjoy do every video I do, right? But I just do it, and then it's like the compound effect. Yeah. You read the book Compound Effect, a very, very good good book for everything in life. Just like the compound effect is a really good thing.
Yeah, and it's the same with this podcast. I'm enjoying the process rather than getting so much wrapped up in the actual numbers. You know, I'm meeting great guests like yourself and really hashing out their life and working out the secrets. An important tool that's phenomenon right now is AI. So how much AI are you using in your creation process, particularly with social media? An example from my side would be the subtitles. You know, usually when I do subtitles, AI generates it and I go in and then change it. How much are you using, and how much do you think you'll be using going forward?
So I started implementing it like last year when everyone was crazy about like AI, and I was like thinking like, what tools can I do? And for filming, sometimes I use like also an AI tool that is like kind of a teleprompter. It's called, like where it has like the title and it can really see where your eyes are going, and then it will change the place of the subtitles. And then subtitles is the same. Also, sometimes for editing, because now if you use Jianying or CapCut from TikTok, it has like you put the music in and you put some scenes, and they can it can edit the footage according to the beats of the music. You know, so every time there's a beat, then it will change to another scene. So this is really helpful. And also, AI can do a lot. It can make the sound better. It can make the image quality better, and so on, and so on. And also for preparation, I really use it, because sometimes I'm interested in a research topic, then I just ask ChatGPT, can you summarize the main points for me? And then can you translate this in interesting and entertaining Chinese? And then it will do it. And then I will put my own style into it, but it helps me a lot. Like I don't have to do so much research work, you know. So, and also tell me why this video was successful, or why this is a good title, or give me, I made a video about a social media career, please provide me some appealing titles, and then I can choose, and I can like puzzle a new title out of the suggestions. So this helps a lot.
Do you see it as another colleague almost in the room that you can bounce ideas off?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see the flip side of that? The negative side that AI could take your face, create videos, someone could create a new Apple Thomas account and then just start producing content with your face. They've got plenty of you speaking Chinese and German now.
Yeah.
So are you concerned about that at all?
I'm not concerned, but I mean, the good thing is, I just read about, like, it's a good thing for public persons is that now you saw, like, the videos now AI can create, right? It's crazy. So in the future, if somebody does bad things in public and he gets filmed, he just can say, yeah, it's like AI, it's not me. And so this will lead to, like, videos will never be can never be like will never be used in court anymore because you can fake everything, right? And now we are doing really good job. Like in 5 and 10 years, it will be crazy. You will not be able to distinguish between, like, what's reality and what's fake, right? So, but what I think about AI, the good thing about it is, like, it will take away all the work that doesn't require any skills, but it will make other soft skills much more important, like you being empathic, you being understandable, being a good listener, being a good talker. These are just things that humans can do, like being passionate and so on. So, and also I always think our offline life is still much more important than our online life. We saw it, like, during COVID, a lot of people were thinking, oh, no, we learned how to make online meetings, we learned how to use Zoom and so on. So this will continue after COVID, but it didn't. Like, you see, like, now the number of flights is even higher than before COVID. Because people, they want to go to different places. They want to see it by themselves. Now you have, like, VR glasses, right? You have the Apple Vision Pro. You can go to a beach or you can wherever you want. But people still want to go. People still want to meet people. You know, it's never like, oh, in 10 or 15 years, we will all stay in our room the whole day. We will be happy here because we can go to the beach. We can go to the mountains. We can even feel like we're hiking or we're meeting people. But we need face-to-face conversation. We need, like, skin touch, right? We need to see your gesture. I need to see how you feel. I need to smell you. So this will be more and more important. So I'm an optimist, so I'm not worried at all.
Well, that's good to hear. But going back to the VR point, right? I mean, that Apple Pro, I think, is a load of nonsense from my side. But it's obviously got a market. Do you see things going in that direction as well? Do you think people maybe, I'd rather put the headset on and rather than go out tonight?
I mean, I went to Los Angeles a couple of weeks ago during Chinese New Year, and my Chinese friend, he bought an Apple Vision Pro, and we just went to Las Vegas, and then he was like running around the street. People thought it was really interesting, but for me, I use it, but I don't see how this would help me in my daily life or enrich my life or whatever. I don't know. Like, I'm quite relaxed, and I'm not because I'm German. I'm not, like, very easy to go and be hyped by these kinds of people, like these kinds of things. Yeah. So I just sit there. I just I watch it from the sideline, and if it helps me, then it helps me. But I'm not getting excited about it. Like, AI, for me, it's a good tool, but I'm not excited about it. So I just But
you recognize as a tool that you need to use to streamline your processes.
Yeah.
And it goes back to the question about if you're starting content creation, you've got so many tools at your disposal now with AI and ChatGPT and now Sora, which is interesting. Writing a sentence and it creating a video, I think is really interesting. I don't think it will have this effect though. So if we were to write in Sora, please create a podcast with Thomas and Daniel, I'm not sure if we're quite there yet, but maybe in the future.
Yeah, maybe. But still, I think when I see on social media, especially on LinkedIn, like when I now see all these AI created pictures, I already think they're so boring, because I look at a picture and I think, oh, it's too perfect. It's like, because people, like human beings, want to see human beings, and it's like the small mistakes you make, the small pimples you have, the small not perfect things you have, like in your outward appearance or in your manner or in your speech, that makes you human. And I always think this makes people likable. So every time when I say something wrong in my videos, especially in Chinese, I will keep it in the video, because I find like people, I think, oh, it's really interesting. It's really, you are more reachable, some more people can identify with you. So I don't think that people really want to see this very, very perfect stuff, Like I hear when you say, okay, Sora, please make a video, make a podcast with Thomas and Daniel. Maybe it will be very perfect. Maybe my English will be very perfect, but nobody will know that I'm German, And now I have like my German accent, and I'm looking for words, and people maybe think, oh yeah, it's interesting. It's very, very 接地气, like you say in Chinese, And this is why I think it will never be just AI or humans. Like human beings still want to watch and see human beings.
Yeah, I mean, I like this now. We've got the body language, we can see each other, the reactions is a completely different kettle of fish. And having a masterpiece, a painting, and going to an art gallery and seeing those little imperfections, that's the point of it. I think that's we like to have. I like to listen to songs, and sometimes you know something about the movie or the song that's they left a mistake in there, or that's the whole point of the creation process, which I like. You've worked with hundreds of brands, German, Chinese, here in China, and on your social media. If a brand comes to you and they want to work with you, they want to build content, where do you start?
So most of the brands we work with are like as you said, Germans, but we also work with Chinese, and then they come to us. Mostly it's agencies who come to us, and then they say, okay, we have this brand, they have this campaign, they want to promote this product, and do you think you can make a entertaining and identifiable story or put it in your video? And then we are like evaluating the product or the service or the brand. And then if we say it's okay, then we will make a kind of small script, small direction. And when they are fine with it, then we will make a detailed script about the whole video. And then we sign the contract, make the video, and this is how it works.
A lot of brands, they have expectations on sales. So what do you say to them? If they say, hey, can you guarantee me sales or guarantee this amount? Like, what's your response to that?
So I never did that, but it's getting harder and harder. So I think from this year, I also will focus more on really selling products in one way or another. But I always said I'm a storyteller. I'm not Li Jiaqi. I do not do 直播带货 or whatever. If you want me to tell your story as a German brand in China, I'm the right person to do it. And in the past few years, brands were paying money for this. But now, as the economy is slowing down, like the budgets for these are getting cut. So I'm also trying to change a little bit our model, because also this kind of cooperation, it's not scalable. So even if you have, like, for example, now you have 1 million fans, for one video you charge 100,000 RMB or whatever, right? If you have like 10 million followers, you cannot charge 10 million. It will never grow exponentially. There is like a cap with, like, let's say 2 million or 3 million or whatever. So you can just scale your business with products. If you do products or services, if you have like a passive income. So so this is why I'm always thinking. I wake up every morning and have a lot of pressure. Okay, I have to make money. I have a team. I have an office. So yeah, I'm always thinking, but at the same time, I'm also quite relaxed because I'm doing social media since 8 years. I've seen everything, and I think I just keep on working hard, and the money will come eventually.
Yeah, I think that's really key with you. Is you seem to, although there's a lot of challenges, you're also really enjoying the process, and it's storytelling. It's your life, and that's really key. On the brand side, so brand is coming to China. Could be a German brand, SME, MNC, or European brand, anywhere in the world. What would be your one piece of advice when they're coming in and starting with China and they want to do content creation?
So you have to know that China is a totally different universe than Europe or the US or whatever. And so we have a lot of German brands who come to China who say, oh yeah, I'm very famous in China, in Germany because I have a high quality product and I don't need to spend any money on marketing because the quality of my product is the best marketing. So in China, it doesn't work. In China, you definitely have to have a budget for doing marketing, for reaching people, because China is a huge market. It's a huge consumer market. And for sure, there may be a need for your German product. But it's not just you as a German brand know that it's a huge market. The Korean brands, the Australian brands, all the brands, the Chinese brands now, like the Chinese brands are so successful now, and they're even like maybe higher in price than the foreign ones, right? So if you see the cars or whatever, right? So you definitely have to have big budgets for marketing to let people know that you are there, and so it's not that easy. It's not just like you can be successful with just having a high quality product. If nobody knows this product, nobody will buy.
I think thank you for telling it as it is, telling it real, because a lot of companies do approach me as well, and they just come in with very, very small budget and just want to crack the Chinese market. And you need to have something that's sustainable and have a 2 or 3 year plan. Some of them come in the first year and think, oh, I'm going to make loads of money. And actually you need to have an actual process. Have you got any exclusive projects that you're working on that maybe you could tell the audience? Anything that you haven't mentioned in your social media, and anything alongside the social media that you're working on?
So I'm also doing a podcast, but my podcast is for German audience.
Oh, fantastic.
So I have a partner who's also, I work with him. He's also German, and he has an e-commerce company. So he's doing like the logistics, setting up the stores and marketing for German companies. He has a huge team of like 90 people working for him. And we have this podcast. It's called Made in China. It's maybe similar to what you do, but it's more also like an interview podcast with German CEOs, German general managers who come to our podcast and talk about doing business in China. And we will publish a book this year. So there's this one book. It's called the 1 Hour China book, written by the boss, like the founder of McKinsey here in China. And another one, and we translated it into German, and we will publish it this year. So I'm also, I really like, even though I'm living in China, I really like my German heritage and really try to make the better relations, not just in business, but also culture between Germany and China. So this is one also of my project, which I don't promote on my own social media, but we just promote it on LinkedIn or on other platforms.
I think that's fantastic. I'll check that out. And my experience with working with German companies, I'm going to tell you my interactions I've had, is German companies are very particular in the beginning. Lots of calls. They really want to pick apart and open up the engine.
Yeah.
But once you sign them, they are loyal, sustainable clients. A lot more than some other nations I've dealt with. So that's what I really like about working with Germans. Very efficient as well. Yeah. And I may have some German companies for you as well. Some ones that I'm dealing with that might be great for your podcast. So we'll see. Yeah. where can people find you? I know everyone can find Apple Thomas on social media, but if people did want to get in touch with you, where would be the best way?
So I think most of your listeners and viewers use LinkedIn, right? So you can just my German name is Thomas, like Thomas in German, and my surname is Derksen, Derksen, and or Afu Thomas. You can watch it. And our podcast is also, it's called the Made in China podcast. So we also have some English episodes with some international guests. So yeah, it's really interesting. So just Google Afu Thomas, and on LinkedIn you can just write me a message, write me a message, and I'm happy to help.
Yeah, I really love that about you. You're a really nice KOL. I speak with a lot of influencers and content creators. Some of them can be a bit prima donna, but it's really great to meet you and speak to you, and really appreciate your time today. So thank you so much.
Daniel, thank you so much.
Thank you. Like, subscribe, and see you next time, guys.